off the book launch of The Existence Room by our dear friend Nia Sharaf. We would also like to welcome our honorable teacher, Mr. Shane, who is also an author, and our special guest, Dr. Pradeep from the National Institute of Science, to his event. We are delighted to have Mr. Shane say a few words about The Existence.
I'm starting already. All right, well, welcome. My name is Christian Shane. I'm actually a teacher at Inglemoor Middle School. And raise your hand if you have me in class this year. I think I have a bunch of these guys. I have to say, your kiddos are wonderful this year. I teach life science, and I also have Mia in my home room. So I get to see Mia a lot. It's a special year for me personally because I also published my book, which was called Salmon Survivor. Thank you. And Mia, I have to say, you always have to put a plug in for your book wherever you go. But it was a special year for me because I got to talk about my experience going through the writing process. And Mia mentioned to me early in the year, hey, I have a story that I got going on since the beginning of the year. And since then, we've been talking about it, and I've been encouraging her, and I said, I want to see parts of it. And just seeing it into existence, the existence in existence, is really, really cool. So it's a real special year for me because I understand what it is to write a story and go from the beginning to the end. So I wanted to ask Mia if she heard about it. And I brought this for you, Mia, so you'll get a chance to see this. Have you heard of the hero's journey? Okay. And how many people have heard of the hero's journey before? Has anyone ever heard of that in a writing process? There was a guy named Joseph Campbell who wrote a story about story writers and the fact that a character has to go through a hero's journey. And there's all these different steps that the hero goes through. And one of the steps is actually accepting the challenge. And when you accept the challenge as a character, you're going to accept the challenge and you're going to go on to doing something. And I said, I looked at this hero's journey, Mia, and I thought of you because I thought, you accepted the challenge of actually writing a story and going through the journey. And writing is a journey. But there's a lot of different parts along the way. One of the parts is actually called crossing the threshold. And this is when your character actually crosses a line where they can't go back again. And I think as a writer, you know, we all get to that point where we think, okay, I've started this story and I got to keep going with it. So I think just looking at this hero's journey, I thought of me and I thought, what an amazing thing for a young lady to actually go on this journey and start it and keep going through the hero's journey. A lot of it, and if you get a chance to see it, it's called The Hero's Journey. I'm going to give this to Nia, so if you want to see it. But one of them is actually the fact that you go through ordeals and you go through trials and tribulations. And I'm guessing that you ran through some dark moments while writing this and saying, man, this is tough, or I got writer's block, or what do I do next? But that's the cool thing, is pushing through that and going through that. And then finally, one of the last things in the journey is actually bringing something home. So in any movie or story, like maybe Harry Potter, or I'm a big Star Wars fan, that the hero brings something back to the community. And I just look at the fact that you have this book published, and this is something that you brought back to all of us. So thank you for doing that. It's really kind of special. So I just wanted to say I'm just so proud of her, and then thank you for supporting her on this journey in the writing process. And I hope this isn't your last one. I hope you go through many, many heroes' journeys along the way. And I think Mia is a great inspiration for all of you. We always say everybody has a story to write, and you just have to sit down and do it. So I encourage you, you all have stories to write, to do that too. But Mia, I brought you a little thing to keep you going on your hero's journey. This is just a little journal, and it's cool because it has Venus on it and Neptune and all the planets, as her main characters do as well. And I thought this would be something nice for you to kind of put your new characters in. And the question is, are you doing a sequel here or what?
Maybe.
We have to do a sequel because she had me in the first few lines as a science teacher with animal hybrids and DNA, and I said, boy, this was very sciencey, so it was right up my alley. So thanks, Nia. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Mr. Shane. That was wonderful. Now let's put our hands together and welcome our author, Nia Sharaf.
Okay, first of all, thank you, Mr. Shane. And Well, good afternoon, everyone. The Existence has been such a fun book to write, and the journey that we took to get here was certainly very memorable, and the results were so much better than I expected. Writing this book has been such an honor to me, and the feeling, sorry, the seeing it come to life is a feeling I'll never forget. Us as human beings have such great potential, and all we have to do is figure out how to tap into it. I hope this inspires anyone, literally anyone, to do something great. I also believe some thank yous are in order. Thank you to my parents for making this happen. From the draft all the way to the launch. It's been such an exhausting process, and I'm glad you guys stuck with me, really. I'd also like to thank my friends for endlessly inspiring me. You guys are actually amazing. In addition, thank you to the publisher, editor, and their entire team. I was so impressed with their work on this book. It was long and seemed endless, but it was all worth it in the end, so thank you. Thank you to Sabne Shango, he's somewhere here, and Solidarity for your endless support, as well as Ragesh Pavan and Manu Dandy. Thank you to Mr. Shane, my science teacher, and Dr. Pradeep for your wonderful presence. And finally, I'd like to thank you all for being here. Your support means the world to me, and I hope you enjoyed the existence as much as I enjoyed writing it. Thank you.
Please welcome Dr. Pradeep, who's an internationally renowned researcher and educator with 35 years of experience in research and research administration, to share his thoughts on the existence.
Thank you. Can you hear me okay? On the back? Okay, excellent. So, Nia, we are so proud of you to be a published author at the age where you are. I'm not going to say how old you are. But it's just amazing. It's just amazing. And Mr. Shane, congratulations to you on your book. It's incredibly difficult to do what these two have done. And I can kind of speak to this from my own experience, having written 2 or 3 engineering textbooks. And Kiran, I think that's how you got me recruited here. Mr. Shane, I want to, in addition to Nia's parents, right? So, in Indian culture, in Sanskrit, we have a saying that basically says the guru or the teachers are basically like a god, okay? And the teachers play an incredibly influential role in the journey and in our existence, right? So I think Nia, you have to remember that. Just before we came, my wife Josna, she's sitting here. She found a picture of our son, and Mr. Shane was his coach for ice hockey. And both of them, for our son and our daughter, they are doing their PhD now. Our son is in MIT. But the point is, in your journey, teachers play an unbelievable role. So we are very thankful to you, Mr. Shane, and all the other teachers, and of course the parents, right? So Sharat and Shalima and your family. So it's a wonderful accomplishment. The other thing I'll point out to you is to be able to just do this, right? It's just one thing to write an essay for school, right? But just look at the detail, the amount of patience, the amount of time we going back and forth between the editor, right? That is incredibly hard and incredibly difficult. And thanks for having Nia for that, the persistence, right, to make this happen. And what Mr. Shane said, you come to a point where you just say, you know what, I'm there now, and just I can see the finish line, and I got to do this, right? And the other thing I was just sharing with Nia's parents is that what seems to be impossible or what seems to be fiction, time and again, right? You see, go back to the so-called science fiction books 30, 40, 50 years back, and those are the kinds of things that are reality today, right? So this whole concept of humans exploring other planets, settling on those other planets, and then worrying about these kinds of things, right? In terms of how do you protect those societies. It looks very, very fictional now, but these are the kinds of things they could potentially turn into reality. So believe in science. I work for the National Science Foundation. That's what we do, is really support science and engineering and other social sciences education. So I think I spoke longer than I thought I would, but it's a great accomplishment, it's a great celebration, and congratulations to Nia and her family on this book launch. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor, for that wonderful speech. Now we would like to welcome our friends to introduce our next activity. Hello, everybody. How are you? This is Liz, right? And Nika. We have a few cards and games to play before we proceed with our society. It is the existence word search game. There are 15 words for you guys to find. Whoever finishes first will be the winner and gets a prize. We encourage maximum participation. Please announce our army and fully announce.
At least you work hard to run being embarrassed to each other. You're not sitting all by yourself.
Please raise your hand if you'd like to participate. You didn't get a paper.
Okay, I want to know, how did you get?
Raise your hand if you didn't get a paper and would like to participate. All right. It starts now. Did everybody get a pencil? Raise your hand if you didn't get a pencil. Please do raise your hand when you're finished. Please raise your hand when you're finished. Whoever finishes first will get a prize.
Ask him, yeah, take a coffee from him.
Please do raise your hand when you are finished. Is anybody done? No?
It's hard.
We have the winner! Yeah. Take the paper. We have our winners. We have our winners. And the winner is, drum roll please, Sanam and Zimmerman. All right, everybody.
The next winner. Okay. Okay. Second winner. Okay. So the second winner, two more winners are.
Is anyone else finished? We have two more winners. We got it. Okay.
One more winner. Whenever you guys win.
Congratulations to all the winners. I could have never done it. It took me longer than an hour to find 3 words. May I have your attention, please? Now,
Now, after those 3 long speeches and that word search, I know the only reason some of us are here is because of one thing. Can you guys guess what it is? Sorry. Can you guys guess what the only reason some of us are here is? Food, cake, same thing. So,
food counters are now, snacks are now open. Please feel free to serve yourself.
thank you.